events. And I just remember that night, and I remember my friend didn't really do anything because, like usual, she went to people who said they'd help her, and they just said, hey, we recommend you don't do this because guess what? He has daddy's money, and imagine what that will do to you. Imagine his frat brothers and what that will do to you. And I remember just how lost we all felt because we couldn't help her, because if the system can't help her, what really can we as students do? And I just remember that was just one of the worst nights. And it wasn't even me, it was that her it happened to, just feeling so lost in that moment that we didn't have much power that we felt. And I just remember they're like, oh, like he's gonna feel afraid walking around campus. And I'm like, he should feel afraid walking around campus. I don't think it's fair that the victims who suffered should be the ones walking around campus, feel like no one can help them, feel like everyone's staring at them, and feeling like they have no help. I personally believe the rapists should be scared. Fiji boys are scared to go to classes, and they should be scared. Why should we live? And why should we just peacefully walk around campus while girls, so many girls walk around campus every single day with no proper support system because they're afraid? I think they deserve to be afraid. And even more, I think we should talk about my first day on campus. I was given a list of frats to avoid. Fiji was number one. Your neighbor, ATO, was another one. SAE was another one. Prize was another one. You know, I'm calling names because how fair is it that on my first day on a college campus, I'm given an entire list of frats to avoid because it's so normalized for them to sexually harass and sexually assault girls that it's known. It's known, and yet there's nothing being done besides the fact that it's known amongst the student body who to avoid. Even the frat boys themselves know. I was talking to someone in my class, and he's like, I told my sisters not to go to a Fiji party. I'm like, how do you as a frat boy know that? And you don't talk to a higher exec knowing that you're so much closer to home, and you don't get anything done. And everyone says it's not all frat boys. But you support your brothers. There are Fiji boys in there, and maybe they raped someone, maybe they didn't, but they're in there supporting Max. They're in there laughing. So I think they're just as bad. I think just as bad, if not worse. Everything I've learned, from BLM, everything, I say if you're silent in the face of your oppressor, you are just as bad. Because you have so much power to bring change, and you do nothing, and you want to say, no, I'm not like that. I'm different. You're not different because you support him, and we know that you're in the same room as him. My voice is gonna shake a little bit. Being here today was kind of just very much a little bit draining for me because I was gonna come out here and say, oh, I'm lucky. I'm not one of the victims, but I am 3 different times in my lifetime, the youngest when I was 5. And when you're young like that, you think the person you can go to is family, but unfortunately for me, it was family that did that to me. So you can't really go out and say, hey, let's just drop off our close family member. And the second time, family's best friend. How am I going to tell my brother, hey, your best friend's kind of sus, and he just groped me in the kitchen upstairs while you guys were all downstairs. You can't really do that. Literally just in class a few days ago, I'm pretty sure I saw a man stick his hands inside his pants while staring directly at me for 30 minutes. I guess maybe no one saw anything besides me, obviously. And what am I going to do? Because they're going to ask, how do you know? Did you see it? Where's your proof? What were you wearing? And that's in just a small situation. So imagine other people who have so many worse things. It shouldn't be that you need to have so many layers of proof while they have so many layers of defense that you just can't get around, even no matter how much proof you have. And that's awful. Because what's the point in the justice system if most of the victims don't even get justice? Walking around who just have not said any. This is my first time saying anything about anything that's happened to me. I'm 18 and about to turn 19 in November. Sophomore in college, no one has known this because I'm always like, how will people look at me? And I shouldn't have to worry about that when I'm the victim. The rapist should be one saying, how will people see me? I'm a rapist. I've hurt women. How will the people around me react? react knowing I've done this. I, as a victim, shouldn't be the one that's worried about my reputation, about my support, because the rapists are in there. They have support. Their support is their parents, their daddy's money. It's their brothers who protect them, life for them, and they laugh while we protest out in the streets. They have a support system, and I personally, I think I'm just going to end it on a note by saying, even if the justice system fails you, I think you, as you found out, you have a community here that's always here to help you, and I think that's one of the most beautiful things on campus, that if nothing else, you have your peers, and that's one of the best things. And just like one more thing, I'm just very happy because I know the girl who prompted all this. I don't know if she's here, we don't know where she is, I don't know her name, and I think that's what makes it even better, that we're all here despite knowing nothing about her. We just know what she's been through, we just want to support. And I hope, if you're here, or if you see this, I hope you know that you're well loved, you're well received, and you are truly so brave, and you've done all of this. There's literally, this is national coverage because of you, and that doesn't take away from your trauma, obviously, it doesn't. But I think it shows that no matter what, like, there'll always be people here for you. We're not just gonna sit back, we're not just gonna let them get away with it. For the second time in 4 years, you come back in 2020 and you're gonna get in 2021, which I think they deserve. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you for coming up here. You are brave, you are strong, and we support you. You inspire change. Thank you. All right, so we have 2 more speakers left. We're going to have 1 more speaker, and then we're going to end it off with one of our organizers because, you know, we need to hear from our people, and it won't be me, y'all. So, Gabby, are you here? Yes, thank you, Gabby. Give Gabby a round of applause.
Okay, hello. As you guys heard, my name is Gabby. I've been a survivor of sexual assault since I was 12, I think. But that's not, I don't want to talk about that story today. I want to talk about the culture we've created around rape and how many things we put into our heads that just aren't true. Because, well, yes, no means no. Silence doesn't mean yes either. If you have to convince somebody to have sex with you, you didn't have sex with them. You raped them. If she has to claim she has a headache in order to not have sex with you, you're fucking raping her. I'm sorry, but she shouldn't have to give reasons to not have sex with you. You shouldn't be pushing it in the first place. Yeah. And I just also like to say that, like, all the survivors that are also here tonight, everything that you went through, no matter what happened, it's so valid. And no matter whether you reported it or not, and like, no matter how long ago it was. I know I reported my ex-boyfriend raping me, I think around 6 months after it happened. And they told me it was too late. That they couldn't do anything because I let him get away with it. Yeah. That's a lot. So yeah, no matter if you reported or not, whether you went to somebody right away or you kept it, it's everything you're feeling right now, everything that's there and bottled up or that you've let spill out, it's so valid. That's pretty much what I have to say. Thank you.
yes, Gabby, and we support you and we love you and you inspired change. And having that conversation is really important because a no means no and a yes means yes, but you have to understand what really is a no. Because me saying I don't know is a no. Me saying I'm not sure is a no. Me saying nothing is a no. Me feeling uncomfortable and being hesitant is a no. And if you pressure someone into doing something, that is rape. If you convince them and you peer pressure them and you say, well, why not? What's going to happen? That's still a no. And instead of teaching these men and anyone in general to look for a no, tell them start looking for a yes. If it's not a solid yes, it's a no. We're changing that narrative. Enthusiastic consent. Looking for the presence of a yes rather than the presence of a no. Thank you. Thank you for that sign. That's really good. So with that, we're going to have our last speaker. It's going to be Mar, our organizer, and let's make some shake.
Hi. My name is Mar. I'm a second year here at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. I am a survivor of rape. When I was 7 years old, I was raped by a family friend. And being 7 years old, it's like the world is supposed to be your oyster. You're supposed to be protected. People are supposed to love you. Not like there's no one out there to hurt you. But obviously, that narrative was a fucking lie. I was raped at the age of 7 through the age of 10. And I guess I kept it a secret because I didn't want to cause any family drama amongst my family. And then finally, at the age of 16, I finally said something. It was the most stressful day of my life. I felt nervous, but at the same time, I felt kind of free. It was really hard until then to see them at family functions, as they were laughing with my dad, as they were talking to my grandma, and then he would always come up to me and just smile at me with the most evil smile that I'll always imagine to the day I fucking die. So when I saw what the fuck happened on this campus, I immediately, I was fucking out for blood. I made a post about fucking Max Helm, and that shit got so many fucking attention, and again fucking exposed who the fuck goes to this university. I have woken up to death threats in my fucking DMs by people telling me, who the fuck do you think you are outing him? I was told that I was better off fucking dead. I was told, oh, not all men are like that.
So he's saying that he put out a post.
Shut the fuck up.
So he's really soft-spoken. He was saying that he made a post about Max Helm and got death threats of people saying, who do you think you are to expose him?
It doesn't apply to you. Then don't take fucking offense to it. And I'm so tired of fucking statements going on. Fucking Ronnie Green sends out a fucking statement today, and people are sharing, saying, well, there it is, guys. No! That's just words. Shut the fuck up. No! We keep fucking going. We keep fucking going. It's the bare fucking minimum. It's the bare fucking minimum. And maybe someday, I'll learn to fucking love my body that was destroyed being too young. Maybe someday I will allow people to hug me longer than 2 minutes without having an attack or scared aside. I want to make sure by the time I get to have kids and I have daughters and sons that make it to college, that this is not fucking normalized. Thank you.
I want to thank Mar so much. Say, Mar, we love you. Mar, we support you. You are strong. You are brave. And you serve Fraternity. Thank you so much. I want to say a few things. I need everybody to pull up your phone right now. Go ahead and pull them out. I don't care if you get an iPhone, an Android, a flip phone. Pull it out. And I want you to save Monday night at 8 p.m. Stand In for Nebraska has partnered with some of the bus organizers. We will be having a candlelight vigil on campus. It'll be on the other side of the Union on Monday night, okay? There will be a candlelight vigil Monday night at 8 p.m. In addition, we will be back out here tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Wear all black, because this signifies unity. This signifies that we are not different. We are one and the same, every single one of us. Because what differentiates us when we wear all black is our faces and our bodies and our minds. What differentiates us when we wear all black is who we are as a person. Doesn't matter what you wear, doesn't matter what you do, you are human and you deserve love too. And you know what? I want to thank every single person who came up and spoke today for coming out, sharing your stories, and being such a brave and strong catalyst to change for the youth. And if you didn't get their names, well, we'll go real quick again. We started off with Miss Kiara Williams of Change Now LMK. She came and she brought that back. Then we had Sierra. Early childhood education plays a very important part in these kinds of things. We've had Sabrina, we've had Gabby, we've had Samantha, we've had Emily, we've had Mar, we've had Christian and Michael, and many, many more who have come up here and shared their personal stories and also facts and education on why this is detrimental to not only students, but to future students and prior students who used to go here. We showed how it is detrimental to people who aren't even students, who still live in this community and step foot on this campus. We see how it affects people who are older than us, people who may be our mother's ages, who may be even our parents. And I always tell people, talk to your parents. Because if you don't think that they went through things when they were your age, you're sadly mistaken. There is no disconnect. There is no separation. This is one and the same. This is a community. And if it affects one of us, it affects all of us. And I would like to say to Fiji, we've been noticing y'all poking out of your window. We know you're in there. And I like how LPD and UNLPD are allowing them to continue to stay in that house.
Fuck Fiji!
But you know what? It's not even Fiji. I would like to point out that my freshman year too, I got that same list of fraternities to stay away from. You know what? SAE, no one even calls them by their actual name. Because it stands for sexual assault expected. How disgusting is that it is normalized in the words and the names that they use? And how are we as a campus going to continue to allow and think it's a joke? It takes each and every one of us to change that perspective in our head. When you heard what SAE stood for, you should have been like, it should not exist. And that's when the change should have started. But it's okay. Because we're taught that mommy and daddy's money will protect them and hurt us. And that should not be the case, because we all pay money to go to this university, we all pay money to walk this campus, and we all pay money to be protected and safe and get our education. But because we're not safe and we're not protected, we can't do that. Our education is at risk. Our lives are at risk. The future students that walk this campus should not be hearing the same things we heard our freshman year. And if you're a freshman, you should not want any freshman after you who comes here to have to stand here and demand that they feel loved and protected on this campus. Ronnie Green has still not come out here. Fiji's letters are still on the house. So obviously, you know, we'll be back out here tomorrow at 10 p.m. Lineup of speakers today, and we do have a few of you who tried to reach out. So if you would like to come and speak, we just ask that a few of you come up so we can have like a nice guided conversation about what's expected to be a speaker. Because one thing that we need to understand is that yes, some things can be triggering, but also understand that some people don't understand what it's like to be a survivor. Some people don't understand what it's like to have to go through those things and still walk through this day-to-day life. And that stands for even I myself. And to come to a campus where they think it's funny and it's a joke and they laugh at survivors, we will not condone that shit anymore. And for the last 10 minutes, we're gonna have a little bit of a moment. So we have some Post-it notes, and you were all asked to bring a writing utensil. Raise your hand, or raise your writing utensil if you brought one. If you have extra writing utensils, you better hand it to somebody who has one. Okay, if you got your writing utensil, thank you for being prepared. So what we're going to do is we have some Post-it notes. On these notes, you can write loving messages to people. You can write your concerns with the university. You can write fraternities that you feel should not be on this campus because you know what they stand for. And we've already called out some of them, so I expect to see some of them. But what we're going to do is we're going to take these Post-it notes and we're going to lay them all over the stairs. That way everybody who walks here tomorrow morning is going to see the messages. And those who are not out here today will see the messages. We will show them that this is not performative, this is to impact change. There are some extra things like these light posts here. You can definitely take a Post-it note and stick it on the light post as well. But we want this place covered. If you have your writing utensil, you come up to the stairs.
So they're going to write on Post-it notes and leave it on the steps, on the ground, on the union walls, on the...
And please don't bum rush. Hey. Everybody, calm down. Yeah. So you're going to take one and pass it. You're going to take one and pass it. And then you're going to have other materials and resources to use. So please. All right.
Still a good couple hundred people out here. So this is going to take a while. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream here. Say hi to some people that I've noticed. Fellow member of the People's Press, Peyton's out here, so I might chat with him for a little bit. But thank you guys for tuning in. There wasn't a march. This was more so kind of just people sharing their stories, giving information, things like that, and ending with some type of visual art. And yeah, we stayed here the whole time. They were facing this side of the Union instead of Fiji House tonight, mainly because just to, show that it's a bigger problem than just Fiji. It's the university needing to address it. Somebody said, don't we? I'm going to take photos. I'll take photos and post it on my other page, Jazari Qual. So follow that page. I linked it in this bio, the description of this. I'll take a little bit of a video and post it. I'll take some photos and post it. So just follow that other page and stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching this live stream. They said they're going to be out here again tomorrow, so I'll be out here again tomorrow. Saturday, I do have a project that I have to do for a client in Omaha from 6 to 10 p.m. I don't know if they'll be out here Saturday, but if they are, I can't be here. Otherwise, I'll be late. I'll try to see if somebody else, if Peyton's going to come back up here on Saturday. We'll see if he'll live stream. But, yeah, this is going to take a while. I'll show you some. So people writing post-it notes and sticking it on the steps, on the walls, everywhere. But I will post a photo and some photos and a video on my other page. Thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. Once again, I'll do a little bit of a recap post after I get off of here. But thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to share this live stream so people can see it. Senator Megan Hunt was out here showing support for the kids, showing support for the people. Survivor herself, she shared a little bit of her story. So many powerful stories and experiences that were shared out here tonight. So we're outside the Student Union off the corner of 14th and R Street at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Lincoln, Nebraska, capital city of Nebraska, state of Nebraska. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to share it. Love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Peace.
That fast, that's 13 members on that lottery. It's already starting to get scratchy and itchy. Can't really swallow. There's nothing there. Manages the whole thing. She feels some of the things we take for granted when we're hydrated. Is that free?